Universal franchise and India's electoral system. Let us see some 10 important question answers from the chapter. So the first is why universal franchise is so important? Because it gives every eligible adult citizen the right to vote regardless of factors such as wealth, gender, race, religion or social status. Its importance include equal political rights, protect citizen interests, promote equality, strengthen democracy and encourages accountability. Next is why is conducting election in India a complex task? India has a very large area with polling to be conducted across states, village, city, mountain, desert and island. It has a huge number of eligible voters, so large number of polling officials and polling stations are needed. India's geographic diversity make election challenging, requiring spatial arrangement in difficult locations, including the desert, mountain to ensure every eligible citizen can vote. What were the new initiatives introduced in the 2024 Indian general election? Home voting was introduced for eligible elderly and persons with disability, allowing them to vote from home. Postal voting was expanded for special categories of voters, making the voting process more accessible. Assistive facilities such as Braille enable voter slip, app-based requests for wheelchair, ramps, and other assistance were provided to help persons with disability to vote easily. Okay. Next, explain the election machinery in India at the national, state, and district level. So at national level, the Chief Election Commissioner and two election commissioners supervises, direct and control election across the country. At the state level, the Chief Electoral Officer manages and coordinates election in each state. At district level, the District Election Officer conducts election in the district with the help of returning officer who conduct election and Electoral Registration Officer manages voter list. Question number 5 is why is managing election in India considered a mammoth task? India has a huge electorate of about 968 million voters spread across 543 parliamentary constituencies. So this is 2024 Lok Sabha election. The Election Commission of India set up over 1 million polling stations including in remote villages, mountain, forest, desert and island. It must ensure that elections are free, fair, peaceful and accessible by deploying millions of election officials, security personnel and voting equipment across the country. Conducting election for such a vast and diverse population is therefore described as a mammoth task. Next is, what is meant by reserved constituency in the Lok Sabha? So out of 543 Lok Sabha constituency, 84 are reserved for scheduled caste and 47 are reserved for scheduled tribe. In this reserved constituency, only candidate belonging to the respective SC or ST category can contest the election. However, all eligible voters in that constituency regardless of caste or community can vote. This system ensures adequate political representation for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha. Why do countries like Namibia and Bhutan want to adopt India's EVM and VVPAT technology? India's EVM and VVPAT system has successfully helped conduct large-scale elections in a free, fair and transparent manner. Countries like Namibia and Bhutan want this technology because it makes the voting process faster, easier and more efficient. It helps reduce error and invalid votes and allow election authorities to manage elections smoothly. VVPAT provides transparency by allowing voters to verify their vote, increasing trust in the election process. What is the Model Code of Conduct? The Model Code of Conduct is a set of guidelines issued by the Election Commission of India for political parties and candidates during election. It ensures that parties and candidates do not misuse government power, use unfair practices or create tension among communities during election campaign. Next is why is T.N. Session remembered as the officer who made Indian election fairer? T.N. Session is remembered for making Indian election fairer by strictly enforcing election rules and strengthening the authority of the Election Commission. He introduced strict measures against electoral malpractices such as the misuse of official machineries, bribery, and violation of the Model Code of Conduct. Last question is, what are the challenges and the road ahead for India's electoral system? So, the Indian electoral system faces challenges like managing a large number of voters, vast geographical diversity, and ensuring elections are free and fair. Problems such as money power, misinformation, and electoral malpractices need to be controlled. The electoral system need to be continued using modern technology to improve transparency and efficiency. More efforts are needed to ensure accessible election for elderly, persons with disabilities and people in remote areas. Strengthening election laws and voter awareness will help maintain free and fair and trustworthy election in India. So these are the 10 important question answers from the chapter that is Universal Franchise and India's Electoral System. This much for this video, and if you reach until the end, then thank you so much for watching the video.